Good morning, coffee moaners.
Good morning, coffee moaners. Have a moan with us for the next hour. We are here with you to, yes, commiserate about the horrors of the world, to share, to not feel so crazy.
Maybe to have a laugh though.
But also we will have giggles, and we've got laughs, and we've got nice videos, and we've got funny moments to share with you as well to get us through. Basically.
Editorially quite tricky sometimes to turn some corners that we try to turn, but that's where we lean into clips and funny memes.
And we've got lots of clips today from lots of different independent news channels, plus funny stuff. So stick with us. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, because we often do surprise lives, and that will let you know that we are going live. Also gets these videos out to more people, because as we know, there is so much that mainstream media across the world are in cahoots with the evil powers that be in covering everything up.
We don't.
Fuck it, I'm just going to say it this morning.
We don't profess to know anything,
no.
But we certainly know what we feel is happening in the mainstream media, in government, in politics. We're only allowed to know what we're allowed to know by the various powers that be. But we also lean into a lot of independent news outlets, alternative news outlets, though even with alternative news outlets, you've got to tread carefully. Everything and everyone has an agenda. You know, where even if you step to something like Al Jazeera, we'll talk about that in a while. That was interesting over the weekend. We listened to something and you think, oh, hang on, you know, loyalties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So all we try to do here is kind of kick things up in the air. We like to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
Oh, that's strange.
And ask questions and also hopefully provide some kind of outlet for you guys. I did a sub clip from the Saturday Moaning. Saturday Moaning is becoming a little bit of a place for those of us, myself and you guys, who like to swear more, lose our shit a little bit more without the, you know, not under the auspices of Nadia quite so much, because she's usually frantically busy getting the curly cooks ready. We get to kind of really let rip. But what I did let rip about and talk about on Saturday, I don't know if you managed.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't see the live. Is the fact that, you know, if you're feeling heavy-hearted and if you're struggling, I subclipped this on my Instagram, that means something's working correctly in you. If you're if you're finding this really difficult, and
that's
I mean,
because
Nadia,
you're human with a human beating heart.
It's an important
sociopathic leaders that don't even blink as they slaughter tens of thousands of people are the non-humans.
Yeah.
So it is. We were in Margate on Sunday, and this lovely lady, Katie, came up and was chatting to us, and she said, "Oh, just thank you so much for what you do," because when we just got into a conversation, didn't we, about how we can feel like we're all going mad, and that we all need that. We all need these conversations. To remember there are more good people than bad out there.
And I've just seen that it's important, I think, for a number of people. I saw a number of comments on Instagram, especially just of new mums. It's often new mums who are feeling, you know, whacked because of the responsibilities anyway. But
I think it all the time when I see pregnant women, or I mean, it's different for us because we've got girls that are just wanting to like spread their wings and finishing off college and talking about their dreams and their hopes, and you're just sitting there just like,
oh, look, we have another Katie from Margate here, Ragdoll's SPs. I am in Margate and I am Katie too.
Oh, hi.
Well, the other Katie runs a very lovely shop. So
called
I forget the name
something
of it. It's got a teapot in the window saying
I'm here for the tea.
I'm here for the tea.
It's a lovely shop. Yeah, we always go in there when we go to Margate.
Absolutely. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? So Trump has threatened to basically destroy the world. Don't let him or Benjamin Netanyahu pretend that Iran have made it very clear what they will do in response and reaction to an increase in aggression. And so Trump
and Netanyahu
have decided to take the world. And this is, unfortunately, for anyone of a nervous disposition,
us all into it.
Take us right to the edge. They really are taking us right to the edge. So you'll be forgiven for thinking our rather fluffy little beginning there is hiding. We are at the most critical point in this entire stupid, illegal, spurious, made-up, fictional, expansionist policy of Israel war. I'm going to show you, I'm pleased you reminded me of it. I'm going to show you the carousel that Owen Jones popped up earlier this morning or last night. He just puts in simple terms just how absolutely defining this moment is. And who's created this cliff edge? Trump.
And Netanyahu.
And yeah, Netanyahu, but Trump, especially insofar as Netanyahu is pulling all the strings and the levers, but Trump, the moron that he is, has put this 48-hour clock on. If you don't open the Strait of Hormuz, I'm going to bring devastation like you've never known it before. Right.
So first of all, there's no way that's going to happen. So he's giving a goal that he absolutely knows will not be achieved.
Yeah, what you mean is what's not going to happen is Iran aren't going to open the Strait of Hormuz
in the next 48
you're
hours.
Absolutely right.
It's like when he said we want complete and utter surrender. That's not going to happen. So he gives impossible goals so that he can then live out his dreams of this unbelievable, macho, all-powerful, utterly brilliant macho man. So him doing this without a single care for what that's actually going to do, not only to the rest of the world, but to America as well. And then the problem is, it's like Mark always says, all we ever hear about is the reactions from Iran, not the actual threats and the doings, the provocations.
We never hear about the provocations. We only ever hear about Iran striking back. Iran having a reaction, or, you know, I mean, obviously someone's going to say, well, it's not self-defense. Well, look, when America is attacking you and Israel, they're attacking Israel back, which is why they hit the Dimona power plant as well.
They started it.
Yeah, they started it. They also, and what can you do if you haven't got, America's halfway around the world. But America, in its busybody imperialist fashion, has plonked loads of little satellite places all over the Gulf states.
Little America.
And are you trying to tell me that both the Gulf states and America are surprised?
Yeah.
Of course they aren't. They knew this was what was going to happen.
So give them an impossible situation.
Yeah.
So Iran have come back and said, well, we'll lay mines in the Persian Gulf. We'll have floating mines. We'll do this. We'll do that. This will completely and utterly decimate. Because the thing is, when he threatened them, when he said, unless you open the Straits of Hormuz in the next 48 hours, we are, oh, that's my glasses.
She's going into your bag, I think.
Oh, then, you know, we're going to decimate Iran.
Yes.
That's 90 million people there.
Yeah.
That's 90 million people that you are going to completely fuck up the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like Gaza.
Yeah.
Just like Gaza. Yeah. And I'm sorry, again, America, are there no guardrails whatsoever for a man to come in and become a dictator within a year and put the whole world in peril? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Been showing off forever about you are the free fucking world. What the god awful. You are the true democracy. You're joking? So
Trump promises total decimation of Iran and says
it's
going to work out very good, as he gives deadline of tonight for reopening the strait as oil prices surge towards record highs. I'm going to pop up Owen Jones, activist, independent journalist, sometimes freelancers for The Guardian. Owen Jones, millions of people are carrying on their everyday lives totally unaware of what's about to hit them. If Trump blows up Iran's power stations, which is what he's threatening to do, Iran will destroy energy infrastructure across the Gulf. This would be one of the major before and after events of human history. The global shock triggered by this looming escalation will have ramifications for generations. Completely insane that we're on the brink of this catastrophe with very little widespread understanding of the actual stakes.
I mean, Iran has said they will hit all the desalination towers. So think about that.
Well, because
people will fucking die of thirst.
But once again, we have to be really careful here. All I'm hearing from Labour ministers like Steve Reed, Yvette Cooper, we don't hear from Keir Starmer. He's too frightened to ever face the press.
Quiet.
He just still locked in his toilet, you know, crucifying himself over whether to use the term crystal clear, which now Steve Reed uses everywhere, or really clear,
very clear,
or utterly clear. You know what bollocks. Yeah, I mean, you know, and all they're talking about is the Iranian threat. All they're trying to, everyone is trying to turn this enormously heavy Titanic-like ship in the opposite direction and say it's all Iran's fault. It's not all Iran's fault. Israel started this. Israel pulled America into this. It's about PP tapes. It's about a pedophile at the head of the American government. This is what it's all about. it's verging on economic suicide for the entire globe that America can weather better than others because they are incredibly self-sufficient oil-wise. It's petrifying. I'm not excited. This isn't kind of, what's the word when it's kind of, you know, you're trying to doom. This isn't doom-mongery. Everyone needs to be across this. I was in a supermarket over the weekend, one of the supermarkets, no vegetable. I mean, so many places are already struggling.
But that's people panic buying.
Well, there's
which is a
panic buying.
disaster. Don't panic buy.
But also price gouging. You know, the price of oil, the price of petrol is going through the roof. You know, I mean, it's going through the roof. I was looking at the prices this morning. It's hitting the highest yet. And all we're going to hear our government talk about is the Iranian prospective response. Do not be inched towards the idea that what Israel did here is legitimate. It isn't.
Not legitimate.
It was never legitimate. Just as Israel's invasion of Lebanon, which created the Hezbollah army, just as their occupation of Gaza that created Hamas, none of them were legitimate. So when you have these spurious, idiot, facile, Tory, reform-like people on panel groups going, well, they're the supporters of terrorist proxies in the region. You need to just understand that in different vantage points from different perspectives, these proxy armies that, yes, Iran have supported are also seen by some to be their only form of resistance against an incredibly aggressive, expansionist Israel. And that's not a complicated thought, but the mainstream media doesn't want you to be thinking like that.
That's our puppy.
She's going through your bag and taking everything out. I think you might need to.
Oh my God, what's that?
Yeah. So it's you know, Owen Jones isn't using hyperbole there. This is a really, really significant thing. And I uploaded a very brief thing on Instagram yesterday. It's also a short on here about these two supposed missiles fired supposedly by Israel, supposedly at Diego Garcia. Supposedly at the Chagos, you know, and then what? Conveniently, Netanyahu is standing in the midst of oh my God, Kelly Morrison, that's incredibly kind of you. Look at this. Kelly Morrison's just supported the channel. From a sane and horrified American, I am so sorry for the incredible idiots in this country that put the imbecile in office. Thank you for your channel, Kelly.
Oh,
that's
Kelly,
very
that's
sweet
so kind
to say
of
that.
you.
I mean, our American audience, which we have quite a sizable American audience, you know, we love so many aspects of American culture and politics and intellect, but you're right, we're all falling out of love.
It's just like, I can't believe there's
regime.
There's no safety net in your system to get hold of him.
Well, the bit that's perplexing me, having followed history for years, is I thought there was.
But well, yes, I mean.
But you realise it was paper thin and based upon a really weak sort of game of table tennis between Democrats and Republicans, wasn't it? You realise actually it was a purely theatrical game of ping pong. That's what American politics has been proven to be. It's like Marty Supreme. It was just a bit of knock it there, knock it back, knock it there, knock it back, knock it there, knock it back. It's just. So I just want to quickly play you. This is trigger warning. This is Benjamin Netanyahu in the midst.
I think you should just explain a bit better about the Chagos side, because you rushed through that bit.
No, I didn't. No,
I was listening.
I explained. So this was the accusation. We talked about it on Saturday morning as well. The suggestion being that two big missiles were fired by Iran. This is what Israel are claiming, at the Chagos Islands, and one was intercepted and one fell short. This is only an opinion. We don't have no way of being able to ratify this. It's the fog of war. I am entirely suspicious of that suggestion, because coincidentally, off the back of it, this is now Netanyahu trying to, as I've put in the title, groom the world into joining the fight. India has not garlanded itself at all in glory, banning the screening of the Voice of Hind Rajab, suppurating and just fawning at the feet of the Israeli regime, India, as a regime, not the Indian people. There's huge numbers of people in India, obviously, in opposition to this, but India, that little kind of tie up there between India and Israel, worrying. So I just don't believe that those two missiles came from Israel.
This just came up just before we went live. So this is Danny fucking Price. He's great. Follow him. So even NATO Secretary Mark Rutte who is up.
Oh, you know the daddy.
Of course, Trump, the daddy.
No, you the daddy. We like the daddy.
He's the biggest arse licker on the planet. Cannot confirm Israel's claims that the missiles targeting Diego Garcia were Iranian intercontinental ballistic missiles. And senior Iranian officials have even publicly denied carrying out the attempted Diego Garcia strikes. For your information, I love that, Iran has taken responsibility for every single strike it has conducted during the conflict. They wouldn't say no because it's a great thing to have achieved if they've done it. Experts have also repeatedly highlighted that Iran doesn't have such missile capability.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Right? Israel's claims come just weeks after the UK Ministry of Defence confirmed that the suspected Iranian strike on the Royal Air Force Akrotiri base in Cyprus in early March was not launched from Iran. Not launched from Iran. People probably still think that was. And as many had initially assumed and reported, right? Right now, there is absolutely zero evidence to suggest that Iran carried out the Diego Garcia strikes, just like there was absolutely zero evidence to suggest that Iran was 2 weeks away from developing a nuclear weapon. Hence, we're teetering on the edge of World War III because that's what Trump and Netanyahu told us. Just like there was absolutely no evidence when Israel claimed that babies were beheaded and cooked in ovens on October the 7th. No evidence of that. It's almost as if Israel has a track record of chatting absolute shit. Israel is highlighting a single long-range strike as proof that Iran can hit Europe and using the unconfirmed strike to frame Iran as a strategic threat to UK and Europe in an effort to further drag other countries into the conflict. As Mark says, don't be fooled into this. Don't be fooled into it. Now, the giant What's-it in the White House, can be whispered into his ear by Netanyahu. And it was making me laugh, actually. He came out in his dark glasses, Netanyahu. This is, it's we the UK next come for Europe. It's like, we're not Trump. I mean, everything I've watched, comment after comment after comment, people going, you having a laugh? You're gaslighting us now as well.
Well, I'm going to,
they're so full of their own importance.
They're literally, they are full of shit. They are absolutely full of shit. And I tell you what's even more unforgivable. Every single, including The Guardian, every single paper over the weekend published the same graphic. It's frustrating I don't have it here, but they published the same graphic, which is a map of Europe reaching obviously through to the Middle East with a highlighted sort of expanding kind of set of rings, geometric rings. Disgusting. Of reach, with London sat on the very peripheral of where those theoretical missiles could reach. Every paper ran those images,
shame on them,
those graphics.
Fearmonger.
And that is doing the work of this absolute evil sack of shit who's about to speak to you now.
On proof that Iran endangers the entire world, the last 48 hours have given it. In the last 48 hours, Iran targeted a civilian area. They're doing that as a mass murder weapon.
And wow, you didn't in Gaza, targeting a civilian area, and they're using that as a mass murder weapon.
Good God.
Good grief.
Good God. And what do you think should be done with such people? Maybe there should be a warrant out for their arrest from the International Court of Justice for war crimes, possibly.
Oh, on that, breaking news. We really need this. This is important.
This needs to go everywhere.
Everyone needs to hear this. 3 judges have cleared the ICC's Karim Khan of sexual misconduct claims. Do you remember? Curiously, this is the man who got the arrest warrants issued for Netanyahu and who's the hopeless Yoav Gallant. And then immediately after that, a campaign was kind of mounted. He suddenly was caught up in a sexual law. I mean, this illustrates how long it's been.
Yeah, and shut him down. We couldn't hear another word for him because he was fighting the case.
Yeah.
You'll remember he was everywhere talking about the genocide.
He's been cleared. He's been cleared. Tell everyone he's been cleared.
So interesting. I wonder if the mainstream media will talk about that.
Of course they don't. Of course they don't. They never ever cover the stories that illustrate and prove the sinister evil of this Israeli state.
America put sanctions on the individuals of the international court for bringing the case against Israel. So that's where we are now. The international law was only for the brown people, right?
Exactly.
It's only for brown people.
So Netanyahu is hoping that destroying the Iranian axis of evil will somehow rehabilitate his image. I mean, I don't think for a minute that Netanyahu thinks his image is in any way being tarnished.
No, because he's been made board. She's been made head of the board of peace. For Gaza.
I don't think he's ever thought for a minute he's done anything wrong or he's lost popularity. I mean, he is just a hopelessly evil specimen. He really, really is.
And their shock and horror that Israel is being hit by bombs. I mean,
should we
do you really think that? Well, actually, let's go to Anna Caspian from the Young Turks. We talk about them every day. They're a great channel. Follow them. Follow Breaking Points for great American indie news.
Do listen out, because she gets overlapped when she's saying her killer line. But her line with about 8 seconds in is a killer line.
Have been killed by Iranian ballistic missiles and 2,000 Israelis were wounded. Why? Because
I'm sorry, is there a problem with the war you ordered?
Do it again.
Let's do it once more. Okay, just one sec.
Have been killed by Iranian ballistic missiles and 2,000 Israelis were wounded. Why? Because
I'm sorry, is there a problem with the war you ordered?
Exactly. What the fuck?
You ordered a war where you can just keep on, just keep
bombing everyone, and no one's allowed to bomb back,
displacing millions of people, starving people, torturing people, allowing the rape of people, but nothing must ever come back to Israel.
And if it does, it's infinitely worse than anything anyone anywhere ever has ever gone through or experiencing or encountering. If someone grazes their knee rushing into a bunker in Tel Aviv, that's more significant than 80,000 innocents killed in Gaza.
Minimum. Those are only the bodies that have been seen. So
I get really scared. You know, you don't watch these sorts of shows, Nads, but when I watch shows like The Last of Us and The Walking Dead,
I watched them,
and one fears this kind of dead, dystopian dislocation, this menace, this monster. When I hear the fundamentalism in America, when I hear the fundamentalism in the Israeli regime, I get really scared.
The American regime, the Israeli regime, the fundamentalism, the holy war that we've been taught to only fear that of Muslims. You know, it's look to the Christian fundamentalism. Look at the Christian science. They talk rubbish.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's gobbledygook. Trump has got a woman speaking tongues.
Yeah.
In the White House. He's sitting there picking his nose because he's not got a religious bone in his bloody body, while they've got 15 people laying hands on he's been anointed or de-anointed or whatever it is by Jesus.
No, I just think he's had ointment put on him.
Oh, God.
We are in a curious situation, though, for Coffee Moaning, and I think we're going to have to just pull out just for a moment for a bit of a breather, only because we are now clearly at that tipping point, Nads, where I can never, ever show a clip of Benjamin Netanyahu.
No, I can't. I mean, I will always have to leave the table. I can't watch him.
Okay, because there was a lot more where that came from, where he basically stands in the rubble.
Well, actually, we should. No, we need to, let's have a moment. Let's have a bit of brevity. Bring a clip in, and then we'll go to him. Okay. We need a moment. Okay. Everybody, so we're going to March, find the clip. Take a breath in. Hold it deep in your belly. And...
So we are now watching a completely unrelated to politics, funny clip, like an advert, but just to take a breather. Oh, no, we're not. I need to, oh, hang on. I need to get rid of a clip. Bear with me. Talk, Ned. Talk.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Help me
we
out.
are.
Cover for me.
Sorry, I was still frozen in the horror of it all. I was literally like this. And this is why we are going to be doing more of these breathing moments in between. Because
for being abused, if you ever feel like you're being abused, if you ever feel like you're being
it reminds me of you, because you know this is a sign. Like if you're being
what?
so, like if you want help, like if you're walking along, like you were being taken
I didn't
away,
know that.
and you do this. A lot of people don't know it, so you might get hit. If you see a girl doing that, you step in.
Right.
But it was more like the guy taking.
Yeah. So for those of you listening on podcast, you won't have a clue what the fuck.
No, but you'll have to come and see it on
You'll
YouTube.
have to come and watch it on YouTube.
So watch it again, knowing that it's about abuse. I was going to introduce.
Oh, okay.
for being abused, if you ever feel like you're being abused,
Oh, he's saying
if you ever feel like you're being
Wasted.
that is very funny.
It's very cute.
That
I
is
love
very
old people, naughty older people. I love it.
I like him popping up. Okay, so now we're going to go weirdly from that back to the horror of this sack of corpse-like dead air.
Luckily, no one was killed, but that's due to luck, not their intention. Their intention is to murder civilians.
Like
Second,
you.
they fired on Jerusalem right next to the holy sites of the three monotheistic faiths, the Western Wall, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And by dint of a miracle again, none of them were hurt. But
because, can I just interrupt? Because the miracle that they haven't been, any of them have been knocked down is because we know that Al-Aqsa will be taken out at some point in an Israeli false flag, but they will blame on Iran.
Yeah.
Wait
They've
for
said
it.
right from the beginning
Yeah.
they want Al-Aqsa gone.
the holy sites of the three major monotheistic religions. Third, they fired an intercontinental ballistic missile on Diego Garcia. That's 4,000 kilometers. I've been warning all the time. They have now the capacity to reach deep into Europe. They already have fired on a European country, Cyprus. They are putting everyone in their sights.
They didn't.
Hang on a minute.
No,
Hang
they
on a
didn't.
minute. Hang on
As
a
we
minute.
said, the UK said that was not from
Hang
Iran.
on a minute. You
No.
nasty, sorry, excuse me, Nadia.
No.
Excuse me. You nasty little fucking liar.
Yeah.
You know that what went at Cyprus, which you've tried to claim was a Hezbollah drone, wasn't from Iran. It's too convenient that when these so-called intercontinental ballistic missiles were fired off at Diego Garcia, you pop up in the rubble telling us, I warned you.
Telling us we're stupid.
The problem is he's as fucking predictable as Trump in a different way. He's so itching to say, me, I'm responsible for killing all Arabs in the world and all Muslims, me. He can't help but thrust his hand up, like after Charlie Kirk. He was the first to offer his condolences. He's too quick off the starting blocks. Too quick, mate. Bullshitter. And we
remember what I said earlier. The UK, whoever it was, said that had not come from Iran. It had not come from Iran.
But they're trying to claim it was a random that came from Hezbollah. That's what they're trying to claim. It's a random that came from Hezbollah. Israel, the regime of Israel and the army and the IDF are notorious. In fact, let me play you this clip. This is Major Jonathan, I forget his surname, but it'll come up.
It was an unnecessary war by the previous head of MI6, who said this is a completely unnecessary war. There were negotiations going on, and Jonathan Powell has confirmed this as well. So I think we just need to understand that Israel has a desire to keep this. They love forever wars, and this is the fundamental unsymmetry between Israel and the United States. The United States hates long wars, and Trump particularly, but Israel loves long wars. Just mowing the lawn is their way of doing business. Just go in there and kill more people. That just suits their aims absolutely.
That's Major Jonathan Shaw, an interview on LBC. So Israel lies. All of the experts know that Israel are an entire liability. It's because, and this is why we know that Israel is operating America, because there are even those in America, as we know, within the MAGA movement who do not trust Israel. This is all about Donald Trump being compromised. This is the Epstein war. And interesting, We were talking about that a lot at the beginning of this conflict. A lot of other people were referring to it as that. But across just the 2 weeks, it's almost like I feel Trump's waiting to the point where people have tired of calling it that. This is still the Epstein war.
The Epstein war, no. And the Netanyahu, I have a dream war. 40 years he's been dreaming. He's so bloated with impunity that he steps out on the international stage and says it out loud. 40 years. He's tried it with every president. He got the giant what's-it-in. The giant what's-it-in made him absolutely terrified that he was going to be assassinated by Iran, because I think that plays a part in it as well. I got him before he got me.
I think there is,
and we are all in peril because of these
really
fucking maniacs.
So Iran have just going back to circling back to so we are up against a clock, and that clock ticks out tonight. He gave 48 hours, Trump,
To something he knew they couldn't do.
to something he knew they wouldn't do. Not he couldn't, they just
do.
won't do. So it's a fraudulent deadline. He knows it's a fraudulent deadline. He's basically saying, give us 48 hours and and what they're promising to do is to destroy the entire Iranian infrastructure. Now, if he delivers on his promise, that would potentially include them taking out. Iran has a nuclear energy reactor of sorts. So it would include that. It would include throwing 90 million people into the same situation that America have done to the Cubans in Cuba.
Oh, excuse me. And the Israelis have done to Gaza.
And the Israelis have done
And our
Lebanon.
Prime Minister said it was fine to cut the water off. I know I say it all the time because it's important to remember. Our humanitarian lawyer, Prime Minister, said it was okay for Israel to turn off the water. And I've seen the photographs of babies starving to death. I've seen the dead bodies. We've seen them. So in our thousands, in our millions, we're all Palestinians. What they could do there, they can do anywhere. We let them do it to the Palestinians. Everybody died. There was an intensive care unit yesterday in Cuba. Everybody died in it.
Everyone on ICU.
People are starving to death.
Everyone in ICU died.
Every single person in ICU died. Babies dying in their incubators. So now we're doing it in Cuba. They're doing it in Iran. They're doing it in Lebanon.
Yeah. Michu was making some very valid points. I mean, I think you're right. I think America has a very, here's the thing. There's an element of America being the poodle of Israel. That's certainly a huge part of Trump's complicitness, etc.
But he still made all the decisions.
Yeah, exactly. But
There's
also,
no
I don't think one can even sort of wash America's hands of their responsibility and culpability. I think the other part of it is exactly what Michu is suggesting, which is in the chat room, which is that America is struggling. Economy is struggling in the face of other economies. They know that this is going to impact Europe infinitely more. Energy security in Europe is diabolical.
Oh, we've let that get to
and
where
so,
it's got.
And we had some awareness after the Ukraine war, food security is diabolical. So he knows that this will impact, not surprisingly, potentially the Southeast Asia. So China, Japan, South Korea, those countries, that area, really, really vulnerable. Though China has, like America's tried to, China has reserves of sorts. But he's hoping this will have a huge impact on China. He knows it will completely compromise Europe. He's strong-arming South America into regimes that just support him and back him. And so you can see, you're absolutely right, Mijib. It's not just Trump being led with a poodle.
Of course not. Of course not.
No.
And don't forget the Project 25 hoodlums that are standing behind him.
Well, and
the Stephen Millers and all the hoodlums.
And someone says, what's the story? Well, the story with Russia is plain and simple. They don't have to say anything, do anything, remark on anything other than they have said they are strong supporters, loyal allies of Iran. They are making money hand over fist.
And guess what? America has had to lift some of the sanctions on Iran.
On Iranian tankers that are already out in the world.
Let's just pause. Let's just pause.
Crazy shit.
Because then, as we zoom out and we look down, what do we see? We see boys playing board games with us. Like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll give you your sanctions back. But, we'll go over here. Fucking lunatics.
Okay, so I just want to pivot us just slightly because, of course, this is global. This is massive. I think I was talking to some members of the Green Party over the weekend, and we were talking about the fact that the moment the British population will pivot massively. And I mean, what I mean by that is people who aren't politically engaged, either on reform or green or whichever way but the non-political class of this country, people who aren't engaged in politics, the moment they'll look up is when either the fuel goes up or the price of biscuits goes up.
But at the same time, running parallel with that will be the continued narrative from the mainstream media that it's Iran that's done this to you, you know, and the hate of Muslims, right? Remember, they had come to the table and they were that close to a deal, and the Iranians had never been so compliant, right? All of the people that were involved with that have said that. Who's that guy? We keep forgetting his name. Our security man who was in the meetings.
Jonathan Powell. That's who that major was.
In the meetings, he could not believe that they struck. So it's really important. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. This was a war of choice, not of necessity, like they're trying to make us think.
And also at every single stage of the escalatory approach of Israel and America, Iran are very clearly saying to them, saying to the Gulf states, and saying to the world what their next moves are, which is further proof that these so-called intercontinental ballistic missiles that curiously didn't end up doing any damage, because guess what? If they did do damage, there would be debris. And if there was debris, we could find out where those missiles actually came from. It's interesting that 2 intercontinental missiles headed off and neither of them did their job. Curious, that one, isn't it? Because it's a false flag that can't be examined or interrogated.
It says Netanyahu said, I told you.
Yeah, you
fools. I told you all, you fools.
But Russia just needs to sit back quietly and just let it all unfold. I mean, really, it's quite something. I do want to just pivot back to the UK, and I want to play a clip by Faiza Shaheen. She's
just
a great...
One pause, 1 second. Abilese, because I think an awful lot will be feeling this. How does the world fix all this shit?
Crikey.
And I just want to say to you, big fucking hug back, because that is the question. And that is why this is so hard for all of us. Because for me, it was like
Stuart G, you're right, they have gone quiet. Sorry.
It was like who's the guy from Dropsite News? He said, you know, they're very serious journalists, but he just boiled it down to such a simple thing. He said, we've got to the point now that we're going, is there a manager here? I mean, it's like, enough. Is anybody going to step in and like shuffle him back into place? And I mean, you know what, I'm going to throw a wild card of hope in here.
And then I really want to read this.
Yeah. But can I just
say this? No, please.
I want to throw a wild card of hope in here. I think JD Vance is completely against it.
Oh, he's gone to totally quiet.
Yeah.
I
think JD Vance, this is a totally wild, like how I think we could be saved.
Towards,
don't get me wrong, I can't stand JD Vance. No. But I think he actually has had an education. And I think that he knows an interesting Trump's head of counterterrorism, who resigned, said something. I've watched a couple of interviews. He said this a couple of times. JD Vance gave me the time every time I asked to speak to him, and he listened to everything that I said, all my concerns. And also that guy who resigned said that there are a number of people that he feels could also do the same thing. So my thing is, hopefully there is a circle of people behind the scenes who do have brains, because there'll be plenty of people in the White House that do, that are working to do something to stop this.
I see a double ticket in the future, wild prediction, but I see a double ticket in the future of what's his name? Tucker Carlson and JD Vance running for vice and president. I just want to read this. Curious Cat 40 something. Yeah. Nobody in my friendship. Curious Cat 40 something. Nobody in my friendship group or close family want to engage in political discussions. Thanks for including us and keeping our eyes open. And can I just ask you, I just want to ask you this question, Curious Cat, maybe you'll get time to answer it. What do you think would make them consider the implications of these global political machinations? You know, what do you think it could, is there a tipping point?
When there's no petrol for the car.
Is it as simple as the petrol, the price of petrol? I mean, my granddad used to drive miles spending and using petrol to find a petrol station that was 1p less. I mean, Nan would say to him, for God's sake, Gord, you've used a whole tank of petrol, find saving 20 pence. And you know, but is it something like, and there's no judgment in that. There's no judgment in that, because of course, for most people, they're just head down, getting on, living their lives, doing what they're doing. But I think we can head down, get on with our lives, doing what we're doing, and also be politically aware.
Well, interestingly, the very first time that anybody talked about, like,
thanks, Anne-Marie Glasgow, you put that up, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I did put it up because we feel the same way about you guys, the community. We feel less mad at the end of this. The very first time anyone was sort of chatting about the situation
checking social media
was when the Dubai holidays sort of were going out the window. And then people started. And, you know, it is human nature. Most people don't engage until something is, you know, until they're affected personally. And so I think, you know, like you say, when the biscuits go off the shelves, when there's no petrol, when, you know, there's power cuts, my God, people are going to be engaged. And that's why we are so frantic, that people understand that it wasn't the Muslims, just the Muslims, just the Arabs. Iranians aren't Arabs, by the way. You know, just that part of the world and all those smelly lot helping the whole rage against immigrants and everything. It was Israel and America that started a war that they didn't need to.
Breaking news 10 minutes ago. This was uploaded to Truth Social. I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had, over the last 2 days, very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed and constructive conversations, which will, spelled witch, like a witch, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Oh God.
Well, okay, given that each time you've said discussions,
so
negotiations,
that it's the rantings of somebody with a terrible brain problem.
Or is he just paddling for time?
Now we've got pinhole of hope.
Yeah, no, I mean, we want a pinhole of hope.
Oh my God, hope.
5 days. This man is a fucking marauding narcissist, isn't he?
Let's go with the hope. That's a shift.
5 days.
This comes just after we said there's people behind the scenes. Let's see. This is hope.
Let me just see. This is interesting. Or is he market manipulating? Let's see. Let's see the price.
Because do you remember before when he said that the war was
over? Look at that. He immediately makes his statement. The price of oil goes down. Buy on the dip.
So then everyone will get rich on that. They'll all buy on the dip.
No, look, it's going down. It's literally going. Look. You can see. You see the fall on the chart. That's his statement. All the prices have come down. Buy more, and then potentially in 5 days' time attack again. I mean, he's been market manipulating since.
This is what I mean. We can't trust it.
Oh,
I'm going to go with the pinhole of hope.
Let's go with the pinhole.
Pinhole of light.
Yeah. Oh, look at that as well. Yeah, look, price of.
So it was 100 and what was it? 109 a barrel.
Yeah. It's falling. Been doing this for. Yes, bingo, Mark. Trump knows what he's doing with the dumb act. With the dumb act. Oh, with the dumb act. I see what you mean.
Well, we need to see if there's a message from Iran.
Yes, absolutely. Well, in the meantime, shall we have
a look?
Seeing as we've got pinholes of hope, this is when Iran used Donald Trump's own language against him.
الرحمن الرحیم. نظامیان دشمن همانها که فرار را برقرار ترجیح می‌دهند، همان اربابان شکست‌های متوالی که مردم مسلمان منطقه را سپر انسانی خود قرار می‌دهند، ترسی را در سلول خود می‌بینند تا موعد اصابت‌های ما فرا برسد و حتی قبل از اصابت از ترس خلاص شوند و این سزای هر دشمنی است که به امنیت مردم ما نگاه سو داشته باشد. Hey Trump, you are fired.
Hey Trump, you are fired. Basically, they're using his own language back at him, his own strap lines, his own phrases. I mean, how do we read into this? What do we do with this yo-yoing world on the edge of fucking
I think we
oblivion?
just have to sit with the hope when it comes in.
Whenever Trump does this, though, I'm always curious to know how this lands with Netanyahu. Because Netanyahu
will get on a plane again and he'll be on a plane over there now, won't he? Whispering in his fucking ear.
What's Zelensky up to at the moment?
Don't intercept us.
Intercept. interceptors.
What was I going to say? Let's have
something lighthearted, and then we're going to talk about.
Would you want to see if Iran has?
Let's just for a moment. I haven't got Iran on a full speed dial.
No, just see if it's like this popped up on the news.
I will. I just want to play you this clip. Donald Trump was trolling. The reason I'm using this as a funny is it's a funny clip from Saturday Night Live UK. And Donald Trump posted this. Thank you, Rossi, for supporting the channel.
Very
kind of you.
Thank you,
Thank
Ross.
you so much. Rossi, 2312.
Thank you.
This is a clip that Donald Trump uploaded the full clip onto Truth Social, which tells you everything you need to know about what he thinks of Keir Starmer.
Oh, golly. Well, what if Donald shouts at me? What do I say, Lammy? Oh, golly. Well, what if Donald shouts at me? What do I say, Lammy?
Just be yourself, Prime Minister. Yourself is who everyone likes.
Hello? Oh, sod that scary, wonderful president. Why is he so blubber difficult to talk to?
Sir, just be honest and tell him we can't send any more ships to the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, crumbs. I just hate conflict so much.
But the thing is, you do a much better impression. Let me be clear. Let me be crystal clear. Say to him how worried you are about phoning the Prime President.
I can't talk to him. He's a frightening man. He makes me shit my pants. I'm standing in a lavatory not knowing how to be crystal clear with myself. So the latest breaking news is really the papers. There hasn't been a response yet from Iran, just to say. Breaking news, Trump has postponed strikes on the Iranian power plants for a 5-day period. If you want to hit the subscribe button, do subscribe to the channel.
It's free.
Yeah, hit the notification bell, support us. That's very kind of you all supporting us. So we haven't got a response from Iran yet, but I think based on previous sort of responses, I think they will now not blow up all of the Gulf's infrastructure. But I tell you what, there's no way of looking at this any other way than Iran scared America.
But the problem with this is nobody believes America anymore.
No, they really
They
don't.
have no, what's it they say? They've got no chips left. No, what is it when you, that gambling thing? Well, anyway, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because nobody believes them anymore. I mean, he turns back on every single
he kills
deal.
Everyone he negotiates
and
with.
then it can be 4 o'clock in the morning and he sits up with the scaries and starts posting a whole load of stuff that can
usually when his
world
nappy is full and he's kind of uncomfortable.
Oh my God, I've leaked everywhere. I need to get on Truth Social now. Call up Zelensky. Tell him to get the interceptors.
We need the interceptors. We can make 3,000.
Tell him to shut up. I don't understand a word he says. He sounds like he's drunk. I don't know what's going on. And I'm wet. I'm wet through and through.
Taco, turn around, Taco.
What can I just say though? Iran are going to be literally laughing out of the side of their neck because they've scared the bejesus out of America, haven't they? Really? There's no way of looking at this.
The thing is, if I was Iran, and they're not, people love to think that brown people are stupid.
Exactly.
And they are not. And they have
look, it's still falling.
Look at it falling. Buy on the dip, buy on the dip. Billionaires, come on, you need more money. Did you manage to put my Economist up there?
Yeah, I've got them. Look at that. That's the FTSE 100.
Well, now I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, it's gone up.
I do not like that word FTSE because it sounds like something fun.
Yeah, you're playing footsie. Okay, let me get the Economist up because, actually, no. Before that, we've done.
I love Nadia Zelensky.
Yeah, it's so good. Get the interceptors.
I just want 3,000, and you will put 1,000, and we will keep 3,000 interceptors.
Yeah. This is me too. Too late to buy on the dip. That was last week. This is buy
it's
on the
dip now. It's just
why are you suggesting it's not going to go up? Do you think this is the end of the war? Me too. Do you think this is the end of the war?
Me too.
Please.
Me too.
Yeah, but God, your Mekong-like brain. Be quite careful. You're getting you're as small as Zelensky.
We will really interceptors. 5,000 a day. You will buy 2,000 interceptors.
Okay, I just want to play Pfizer Shaheen because at the moment Starmer's in a toilet. He doesn't know what to do. He literally doesn't know what to do.
Gap here between the rhetoric that we're hearing and the reality. The truth is that we are allowing the US to load their planes with bombs on UK bases, and they are bombing Iran, right? Again, like this defensive offensive, like that doesn't actually play out in reality. And I think the government thinks they can play the public here because the public is against this war and they can somehow appease Trump to some extent. So I think that is what's going on. It won't hold. Yeah, absolutely. The more this drags on, the more we are dragged into it. And they use that line, the scripted line, but the reality is far from that. And actually, we also helped Trump get to this place where he thinks he can behave like this because we literally rolled the red carpet out for him in September. We have gone soft on him. We've gone along with him every stage. And, it's interesting to hear, obviously talk about Iran. And then when it comes to the US, they won't say anything. And obviously the other big player, Israel, we've absolutely been soft on them. We've been complicit. We've helped them in their efforts in Gaza. And so, this is part of our making, how we behave in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Sorry, was this not the war you ordered? Can be said of us. Oh, sorry, is this not the way that you ordered?
This is not how you saw it.
That it would all play out.
Israel must be the only country in the world that wants to bomb everyone, but no one's allowed to reply. I mean, that's called what? That's what.
No, but
war
my
is.
thing is, he's stomping around telling everyone to defend him when we have been listening for the last 2 years about what he has a right to defend himself. Well, defend yourself because you've started this.
I've got a theory. This is how Trump, I'm going to offer the Trump regime an off-ramp for the whole conflict.
Okay.
And to disentangle itself from Israel.
Hit us with the rhythm stick.
Okay. So America, the world have been sort of leaning into heavily, haven't they? AI. AI is accepted. There are so many clips now where we're asking questions. We're not too sure. The whole thing around Netanyahu, is he alive? Is he dead? Is this real? Was that Huckabee? Where have his fingers gone? Where have his feet gone? Where is his horns? Well, they're always out. So we've got all of that going on. Maybe America can extrapolate themselves from being compromised by Israel by accepting that whatever compromise Israel has is going to land in the public realm. It is real. Trump has done what he's alleged to have done, unfortunately, but they can fan it away as AI.
Oh my God, it's like Dallas when he came out of the shower and it had all just been a dream.
I heard someone saying that. Yeah, it's just, but what they say, they go, yes, that is, but actually it's all AI. It's the only way America can literally almost have a reset away. I mean, even maybe
I don't think it'd be beyond the realms of
maybe
possibility
Pete
to say something so absurd.
Pete Smegbreath is sitting there just going, even he's kind of taking so much Viagra, his head's blown off. Pete Smegbreath on the phone to Zelensky. Zelensky, where are the interceptors? Tell us.
We make 2,000. We keep 2,500 for us, and you buy 500.
I'm still in my wet nappy.
They're making 3,000. I looked it up after. 3,000 a day they're making.
Are you trying to tell me that the Ukraine war with Russia is a money-making opportunity for Ukraine?
How can you make 3,000 interceptors a day in that kind of a war?
Someone needs to ask the question again that I think Donald Trump did, which was something along the lines of, where did $500 billion disappear to in Ukraine?
Well, no, but listen, every time he says billion, know that he's lying. I've seen really professional people say that.
Have you?
Every time he says billion, he's lying.
Breaking news, Kid Rock has a message for us.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Okay. Now what?
They're all so sinewy.
Who's Kid Rock?
He's the singer who sings
Oh,
at
he
all
is
of
the
his.
singer.
Yeah, he sings at all of Donald Trump's.
But what does he mean? What's he going to do?
He's just trying to
He's
be.
going to be angry.
He's trying to be Smegbreath.
He's going to be annoyed.
He's trying to do his impersonation of Smegbreath. Meanwhile, Donald Trump can't believe CNN published a poll saying that he's got 100% support for the war.
You know that MAGA is essentially unified behind you, as are Republicans when it comes to Iran. There's been reports that the United States might be sending 2,500 Marines to the Middle East. Are you concerned that a move like that could potentially change the unity?
Well, I don't know. I seem to have great support because CNN came out with a poll today that I'm at 100% and they said they've never seen a poll like that. The CNN poll said I'm at 100%, and they've never seen that before, which is an honor. I was impressed that CNN would do that. But as far as troops are...
Hang on a minute. So he's impressed that, so he sees it as flattery that CNN, I mean, if the report's true, God help us.
CNN wouldn't have, there's no poll saying that he's 100%.
Well, no, but CNN did report that in his MAGA.
But he's such a sad little boy, isn't he? Little boy lost. He's this like desperate.
This could have made Donald Trump post what he posted. This isn't going to play well for America at all, because Iran had threatened to attack a United Arab Emirates nuclear power plant in this standoff. The Iranian regime published a list of targets that could be hit should the president order strikes. I think every Gulf state got on the blower to him and said, we want our $1 billion plane back.
No, but that's what I've been saying. Can somebody please say to him, you're not getting your plane now. Sit down. You're not going to get your plane. Yeah. Honest to God, because everything with him is transactional. Okay. Everything for him is what he and his family are going to make. Yeah. And at the moment, he and his family are making billions from those states.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. We've got a very, very tender final story, which we want to talk about. And this is...
But we're going to just have a little break.
We're going to have a moment where we just do something a little bit more lighthearted beforehand. Should we go to...
Oh, this is so adorable.
Do you need to line it up?
So this is... So what does it say on there? It says, so it's his 15-year-old brother, and I think they're 2 years old, and his quadruplet brothers and sisters naturally had. What a shock. What a surprise.
Wow. Here it is, coming in now.
Can I go in the shower in peace, bro? Yeah. Come here, Carter. Carter. Kaden, come here. Kaden, Carter. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Why y'all coming in my room? And can I take a shower?
It's like an invasion of the Munchkins.
But imagine that, 4 little faces looking at you like
it's
that.
Not sudden though. We knew they were alive. I thought I was expecting a surprise.
No, it's just so lovely. You're not getting so...
Yeah, no, it's heartwarming. It's a vibe.
What a surprise. What, you wanted a big finish. Yeah, it's just a lovely moment.
Yeah, I did.
In the middle of madness.
CT5625, exactly. Iran hold all the cards now. They could easily make a deal with the UAE and Qatar to make this all go away in exchange for them kicking the US out of their bases.
But you see, I wonder what the complications of that are.
Yeah, it would be fascinating, wouldn't it?
It would be fascinating. I wish somebody, would take us on a journey with that one.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is a very challenging subject. And the reason
trigger warning here. It's so evil.
Yeah, and the reason we wanted to focus on this was just because we are. Yeah, I am scared of toddlers. The reason we wanted to focus on this is that Gaza is being ignored, Lebanon is being ignored, Israel's atrocities are being ignored as the Iran conflict eclipses everything. And yet this story emerged over the weekend, which was just truly horrifying and horrendous. This is the story of allegedly Israeli soldiers reportedly torturing a 1-year-old child in Gaza in order to force confessions from his father.
So trigger warning.
Yeah.
So his father was going through a checkpoint, and they took his baby off him.
Yeah.
And they tortured him in front of the father. Cigarette burns, apparently put a nail into his leg. I think he was there 4 hours, this little baby. This is his mum. Let's show his shot. Have you got the video?
I have. I'm going to bring it in. This is the little boy. I'm just going to pull in the video. It's just a very, very, and
so he was handed back. The Red Cross actually handed the baby back to the mum, and the father, of course, now is taken off and is in one of their torture camps. So let's pray that he.
So I'm just going to turn the volume
God
down.
knows what the father's going through.
I'm going to try and read out what she says as she says it. Torture they applied was on his legs. How did they torture him? By putting out cigarettes on his legs and stabbing his legs with a piece of metal. Show me, please.
Oh, he gets too scared when she takes the blanket off. There he is. He's really crying. Must taking the sound down because it's
really horrible,
so awful. I mean, there are 4,000 children in detention in Palestine, and
without absolutely.
No charge. So it's something. Oh God, what's the name for it again? There's some line that they've got, which basically means they can keep people in prison for 45 days, no charges. Their families do not know where they're taken, and anything can happen in there. They starve them, they beat them, multiple accusations of sexual assault.
Administrative detention.
Thank you.
We always forget.
And just last week, we saw the 5 IDF soldiers cleared of the rape of one of the detainees in one of these prisons. Now, this rape was caught on video. One of the things that they used to rape him with was a knife. The injuries to him were absolutely horrific. It was thrown out of court due to not enough evidence. But the person that leaked the video is now their case is going all the way through. So she will probably, I'm sure, end up being thrown into prison for that. And actually, we saw a clip the other day, didn't we, of an IDF soldier saying, instead of being thanked, we were shouted at, we were treated, but they were outraged with the fact that they were arrested at all. So, there we go.
Yeah.
So when you've got Netanyahu picking his way over the rubble in his stilettos to tell us about the outrage of the Arabs, which are just like this amalgamated mass of things, the Arabs. We're not even in Israel. You can't even call them Palestinians because everyone's just an Arab. Anyone that's brown is just an Arab. When he comes picking his way through the rubble, telling us about how barbaric they are. There we go.
And I think it's really important to say that in the light of recent incident in North London, the biggest threat to Jewish people throughout the world is Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, and many Jews, millions of Jews across the world say this. They say this because he has overused the word of anti-Semitism.
And that's not to say that anti-Semitic attacks don't exist.
Of course they do.
But when you get, let's just keep doing a kind of DNA original source of the malevolence of Benjamin Netanyahu is making the lives of Jewish people throughout the world infinitely more unsafe. And I hate to say it, that's precisely his intention.
Yeah,
because he runs by fear. Only with that volatility can he keep fueling his ability to propagandize.
And that's what he's trying to do with us. He's trying to say to you, listen, I've told you, Iran is going to hit you. If they've got missiles now that can land in London. So, you need to listen to me, guys. That's what he's done to Israel. And the thing is, I saw an excellent guy who's a professor in Jewish studies. He's Jewish. His parents were his grandparents were in Auschwitz, I think. Yeah. And he said it is anti-Semitic. He said that Netanyahu is anti-Semitic in the way that he uses the whole religion, the Jewish religion, as justification for everything that he does. And he said he puts all Jews in danger by it. Very, very good interview.
Well, I'd go further. I'd say that Benjamin Netanyahu is essentially using all Jewish people on the planet as human shields.
Yeah.
To survive. Yeah. For him to survive. That's what he's doing.
Because this isn't about Jews. This is about Netanyahu and his Israeli government. This isn't about Judaism. No. This isn't about religion.
So just
since time began, sociopathic leaders have used religion to turn people against each other.
And just as we wrap up, and we are wrapping up now, I just want to say, I'm just percolating the implications of Donald Trump's 5-day pause on stay of execution, if you like, of enacting, disaster on the world. This has there's permutations to this that I think we should all keep our eyes on. This is our homework. It'll be fascinating to see whether this is a decision that's been made in lockstep with Israel. If it is a decision that's been made in lockstep with Israel, then this is part of the plan, i.e. 5 days to regather, regroup, re-strategize, sort things out, get more intelligence, etc., and then still do what he said he was going to do tonight. Yeah. Or it's 5 days whereby, Israel aren't involved in that. America's going to look for an off-ramp to themselves and Israel are going to go it alone. The one thing that isn't going to happen is that Netanyahu is going to want to stop attacking Iran. That isn't going to happen. And I think although Trump has said 5 days before we hit your infrastructure, it doesn't stop the bombing. I think the conflict carries on as it has done. So it's just going to be interesting to see. I'm just fascinated to know how much of this pause has been done in conjunction with Israel. It's going to be
so fascinating. We might go live again later, guys. Yeah, so do hit the notification bell so you know when we're getting live, when we're going live, and the subscribe button doesn't cost you anything. Please hit the like button. Have we got one last funny left? Where we have,
and also we've got, just to let you know, that the oil price is starting to kind of creep up again. I don't know what that means. Yes, another funny to end on.
I don't know what we've got left.
Funny gorilla.
Oh God, that's not funny. That's so unbelievable. Do you want to watch that? That is like,
it's quite long, isn't it? Is it? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, have a look at
this. Watch this. So let me just explain. Yes, but it says at the top somebody's put gorilla. But this is a man. Yeah. He was a environmentalist, I think. He was held for 3 hours by this orangutan. Yeah. He was kidnapped. Watch this.
Oh. No, please. Cause me va a matar.
Don't fight, Lorenzo. Don't fight, Lorenzo.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, por favor.
Where's the sound gone?
I don't know. It goes to silence though. Slow-mo.
Oh.
That was clear.
3 hours.
I think we should.
And then he just let him go. He just wandered off after 3 hours.
I tell you what, we should change the clip above this to Donald Trump kidnapped for 3 hours by Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah. Look at that. But can you imagine how he kept himself?
Not at all.
How he kept himself sane for 3 hours. Oh my God.
Petrifying. Thank you, Nora Doyle. Excellent coffee morning as always. Excellent also because of you guys. Everything you bring to this is the vital fourth corner of this. Fourth corner? Yeah, makes sense. All right, guys, are you good?
Yeah. What's that one?
Well, there's always so many stories. Just very quickly, if you want to. Palantir is extending its reach into British state as it gets access to sensitive FCA financial data. Our government keeps awarding more and more, what's it called? What are they called? Awarding contracts, to Palantir. And just finally on that, isn't it curious? Morgan McSweeney's personal phone went missing.
Palantir,
cover up.
Palantir is a well, it's like
it's an American intelligence AI type kind of tech group. For which, do you remember the mad guy who looks like a boffin professor who said, our technology kills mainly terrorists in Palestine, mainly terrorists.
And democracy isn't a great thing. Everyone needs to do as he's told. He's the guy. They've got contracts with the NHS, contracts with the Ministry of Defence. They've also got contracts with the Metropolitan Police, which is one of the concerns surrounding facial recognition technology that's being rolled out across the country. So you can still object to that. There are the NHS one. I think is really important.
Yeah,
because that's all your data. You want that shared. Lots of love.
Take care, guys. See you soon.